When I was 18, a sudden spring breeze of religious experience for the first time came to my life and passed away, leaving in my memory a direct message of spiritual reality. One day, while I stood watching at early dawn, the sun sending out its rays from behind the trees, I suddenly felt as if some ancient mist had in a moment lifted from my sight, and the morning light on the face of the world revealed an inner radiance of joy. The invisible screen of the commonplace was removed from all things and all men, and their ultimate significance was intensified in my mind. And this is the definition of beauty. That which was memorable in this experience was its human message, the sudden expansion of my consciousness in the superpersonal world of man. The poem I wrote on the first day of my surprise was named The Awakening of the Waterfall. The waterfall, whose spirit lay dormant in its ice-bound isolation, was touched by the sun, and bursting in a cataract of freedom, it found its finality in an unending sacrifice, in a continual union with the sea. After 4 days, the vision passed away, and the lid hung down upon my inner sight. In the dark, the world once again put on its disguise of the obscurity of an ordinary fact. When I grew older and was employed in a responsible work in some villages, I took my place in a neighborhood where the current of time ran slow, and joys and sorrows had their simple and elemental shades and lights. The day which had its special significance for me came with all its drifting trivialities of the commonplace life. The ordinary work of my morning had come to its close, and before going to take my bath, I stood for a moment at my window, overlooking a marketplace on the bank of a dry riverbed, welcoming the first flood of rain along its channel. Suddenly I became conscious of a stirring of soul within me. My world of experience in a moment seemed to become lighted, and facts that were detached and dim found a great unity of meaning. The feeling which I had was like that which a man groping through a fog without knowing his destination might feel when he suddenly discovers that he stands before his own house. You say that Father writes a lot of books, but what he writes I don't understand. He was reading to you all the evening, but could you really make out what he meant? What nice stories, Mother, you can tell us. Why can't Father write like that, I wonder? Did he never hear from his own mother stories of giants and fairies and princesses? Has he forgotten them all? Often when he gets late for his bath, you have to go and call him 100 times. You wait and keep his dishes warm for him, but he goes up writing and forgets. Father always plays at making books. If ever I go to play in Father's room, you come and call me, what a naughty child. If I make the slightest noise, you say, don't you see that Father's at his work? What is the fun of always writing and writing? When I take up Father's pen or pencil and write upon his book just as he does, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, why do you get cross with me then, Mother? You never say a word when Father writes. When my father wastes such heaps of paper, Mother, you don't seem to mind at all. But if I take only one sheet to make a boat with, you say, child, how troublesome you are. What do you think of Father spoiling sheets and sheets of paper with black marks all over on both sides? The trumpet lies in the dust. The wind is weary. The light is dead. Ah, the evil day. Come, fighters, carrying your flags, and singers with your war songs. Come, pilgrims of the march, hurrying on your journey. The trumpet lies in the dust, waiting for us. I was on my way to the temple with my evening offerings, seeking for a place of rest after the day's dusty toil, hoping my hurts would be healed and the stains in my garment washed white, when I found thy trumpet lying in the dust. Was it not the hour for me to light my evening lamp? Had not the night sung its lullaby to the stars? O thou blood-red rose, my poppies of sleep have failed and faded. I was certain my wanderings were over and my debts all paid, when suddenly I came upon thy trumpet lying in the dust. Strike my drowsy heart with thy spell of youth. Let my joy in life blaze up in fire. Let the shafts of awakening fly through the heart of night, and a thrill of dread shake blindness and palsy. I have come to raise thy trumpet from the dust. Sleep is no more for me. My walk shall be through showers of arrows. Some shall run out of their houses and come to my sight. Some shall weep. Some in their beds shall toss and groan in dim dreams. For tonight thy trumpet shall be sounded. From thee I have asked peace, only to find shame. Now I stand before thee. Help me to put on my armor. Let hard blows of trouble strike fire into my life. Let my heart beat in pain the drum of thy victory. My hands shall be utterly emptied to take up thy trumpet.
Thine is this our beginning, mine also the ending. Thine is this our beginning, mine also the ending. You and I, that's mingling, like a stream ever flowing. Thine is this our beginning, mine also the ending. Your chipper is a burning, you have your joy with you. For me there is mine, for me start the twinkling. Thine is this our beginning, mine also the ending. For you there's a land, I have water below. For you there is wedding, I rule all alone. For you there's the land, I have water below. For you there is wedding, I rule all alone. In our hands preservation, in my hands is illusion. You have pierced in our heart, I have to lose nothing. That is this our beginning, mine also the ending. দিলে এমনি বহে ধারা তোমার হলো শুরু আমার হলো সারা তোমার জলের বাতি তোমার ঘরে সাথী আমার করে রাতি আমার করে তারা তোমার হলো শুরু আমার হলো সারা তোমার আছে জাগা আমার আছে ঝড় তোমার বসে থাকা আমার চলাচল তোমার আছে জাগা আমার আছে ঝড় তোমার বসে থাকা আমার চলাচল তোমার হাতে রয় আমার হাতে ঘর তোমার মনে ভয় আমার ভয়হারা তোমার হলো শুরু আমার হলো সারা
Mother, let us imagine we are traveling and passing through a strange and dangerous country. You are riding in a palanquin, and I am trotting by you on a red horse. It is evening, and the sun goes down. The waste of Joradiki lies worn and grey before us. The land is desolate and barren. You are frightened and thinking, I know not where we have come to. I say to you, Mother, do not be afraid. The meadow is prickly with spiky grass, and through it runs a narrow broken path. There are no cattle to be seen in the wide field. They have gone to their village stalls. It grows dark and dim on the land and sky, and we cannot tell where we are going. Suddenly you call me and ask me in a whisper, what light is that near the bank? Just then there bursts out a fearful yell, and figures come running towards us. You sit crouched in your palanquin and repeat the names of the gods in prayer. The bearers, shaking in terror, hide themselves in the thorny bush. I shout to you, don't be afraid, Mother, I am here. With long sticks in their hands and hair all wild about their heads, they come nearer and nearer. I shout, have a care, you villains. One step more and you are dead men. They give another terrible yell and rush forward. You clutch my hand and say, dear boy, for heaven's sake, keep away from them. I say, Mother, just you watch me. Then I spur my horse for a wild gallop, and my sword and buckler clash against each other. The fight becomes so fearful, Mother, that it would give you a cold shudder could you see it from your palanquin. Many of them fly, and a great number are cut to pieces. I know you are thinking, sitting all by yourself, that your boy must be dead by this time. But I come to you, all stained with blood, and say, Mother, the fight is over now. You come out and kiss me, pressing me to your heart, and you say to yourself, I don't know what I should do if I hadn't my boy to escort me.
This weariness, forgive me, oh my Lord, if ever on my way I fall behind. this weariness, forgive me, oh my Lord. This trembling in my heart that shakes me so today, this aching pain, forgive, oh Lord, forgive, oh Lord, forgive, oh Lord, forgive. If ever on my way I fall behind this weariness, forgive me, oh my Lord. This poor faint heart, forgive me, oh my Lord. If ever I cast a longing look behind this poor faint heart, forgive me, oh my Lord. Scorching heat of day, withers my wreath of flowers, its faded hue, forgive, oh Lord, forgive, oh Lord, forgive, oh Lord, forgive. If ever on my way I fall behind this weariness, forgive me, oh my Lord. ক্লান্তি আমার ক্ষমা করো প্রভু, পথে যদি পিছিয়ে পিছিয়ে পড়ি কভু, ক্লান্তি আমার ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। এমন করো এই বেদনা, ক্ষমা করো, ক্ষমা করো, ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। পথে যদি পিছিয়ে পিছিয়ে পড়ি কভু, ক্লান্তি আমার ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। এই দীনতা ক্ষমা করো প্রভু, পেছন পানে তাকাই যদি কভু, এই দীনতা ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। দিনের তাপে রৌদ্র জ্বালায় শুকায় মালা পূজার থালায়, সেই ম্লানতা ক্ষমা করো, ক্ষমা করো, ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। পথে যদি পিছিয়ে পিছিয়ে পড়ি কভু, ক্লান্তি আমার ক্ষমা করো প্রভু। up to you, hold on to your rum. Oh, mother, don't you send me back with the high hope I have come up to you, hold on to your rum. Oh, mother, don't you send me back with the high hope I have come up to you, hold on to your rum. Nobody likes to care for a destitute. You will give refuge. I know, well, I know. Nobody likes to care for a destitute. You will give refuge. I know, well, I know. With a high hope I have come up to you, hold on to your rum. Oh, mother, did you send me back with a high hope I had come up to you, hold on to your rum. I have no other desire in me but to remain seated at your feet. I have no other craving in me but to call you, oh mother dear. I'll be sheltered by you, where else shall I get a home? I'll be sheltered by you, where else shall I get a home? Where else shall I go about weeping? There's the deep and very darkness of the night with a high hope I have come up to you, hold on to your rum. Oh, mother, don't you send me back with a high hope I have come up to you, hold on to your rum. বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও, ফেরায়ও না জননী। বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও, ফেরায়ও না জননী। বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও। দিনহীনে কেহ চাহে না তুমি তারে রাখিবে জানি গো। দিনহীনে কেহ চাহে না তুমি তারে রাখিবে জানি গো। বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও। আমি যে কিছু চাহিনে চরণ তলে বসে থাকিব, আর আমি যে কিছু চাহিনে জননী বলে শুধু ডাকিব। তুমি না রাখিলে গৃহ আর পাইব কোথায়, কেঁদে কেঁদে কোথা বেড়াবো। ওই যে সমসতল ধরা গহন রজনী, বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও, ফেরায়ও না জননী। বড় আশা করে এসেছি গো কাছে ডেকে লও।